Once you've got the call from the HR, the next step which you need to be mindful is doing your research. Research about the company. What are the areas in which the company works in? What are the products the company has? Who are the key members of the company? What is the key numbers of the company? Is something which you can look at. There's also one thing which a trend which is developing right now is the culture of the company. If you go through the website, you'll find multiple quotes or defining the culture which the company follows. Few of the words can be innovators, passionate about performance, ethics, client focus, so on and so forth. So these are few culture which the company follows, and if you ingrain those answers or ingrain those words in your answers, that should make a lot of difference, because it will tell to the interviewer that you are aware of the company culture and that's something which you follow. You should easily be able to be part of the company and should understand what the company culture is. That will always be an added advantage for you. The next thing which you can research about is your interviewer. Who is actually taking your interview? When the HR calls you, you can always ask this question. This will give you an idea about which team the person belongs for. Do that homework. When I say do the homework, check with the HR which team the person belongs for, what's the name of the person. And with that information, you can always look up the person in LinkedIn. Most of them have a profile. That should give you an idea of what the team is doing, what the person does, what are their skills, what is a focus which they have. And that should get an added edge for you in the interview. Once you have that, please make sure that you don't mention the interview that you looked up his profile on LinkedIn. Once you have that information, you can prepare your answers accordingly, because you can at least guess what type of questions is coming your way. The next thing which you can do research is on questions. Especially if you're a fresher, please look online. You'll have multiple websites which give you questions on what are the types of questions which an interviewer will ask, what are type of questions which an HR asks. Go through the questions so you get familiarized with them. So if you are a fresher then or an experienced person, this question, tell me something about yourself, is a very common one. Take out the structure which the answer is in. What have you done in your previous roles is something which is very common, which an interviewer will ask a person who has experience. Tell me your favorite subject is a question which normally somebody asks if you have no experience. Tell me a situation that, for example, what is a difficult situation you were in and how did you come out of it? This can go to both people with experience and people with zero experience. So once you have these questions, go through those questions, try to frame the answers from your perspective. This is one mistake which a lot of interviewees do, is they tend to take the answer and mug it up, and when they say it in the interview, it comes as fake. So look at the questions, try to frame the answers with your perspective. A very good example would be, tell me your strengths and weakness. This comes to everyone. So when you say something as your strength or weakness, a lot of websites say that you should try to say a strength which is a weakness, like I cannot say no. I have to get the work done. Now, we know these answers are there on the website too, so it does not help your case. So when you're looking for an answer, try to make it personalized. So if somebody asks me what is my weakness, I would normally say I'm not good with names, because that is actually my weakness and they will come across it at one point of time. So it definitely helps to be truthful. And obviously, when a company is looking for somebody, we definitely know that there are weaknesses, there are development areas. We don't expect the candidate to be 100% there. None of us are there. So when you're honest about your weakness, it definitely helps your case more. This is the research which you need to do before you go for an interview.